Guys, welcome to the live stream. I get a few things on my mind and I have to do my own little diary. Dear diary. Oh, things we do in life. People, we go through bad stuff in life. We go through horrible stuff in life, but at the same time we go through bad stuff in life. I think it's also important for us to own up to our side of the story. You know, I think it's important. We're talking about myself, not anybody else. You know. Hey Darwin, hey Coachism, hey you. Starting to rain. You know, you know. The thing's a good movie out. A good 80s movie. They said, You Can't Buy Me Love. What was that movie? Can't Buy Me Love. Where the guy pays $1,000 for the cheerleader to go out with him. Yeah. I was just looking at a clip from this movie. They were kids. They were little kids. They were friends. That's kind of the way it was. The kids growing up. They were kids. They played together. They grow up and go into high school. One becomes a nerd. The other one becomes this jock type person. So. Can't Buy Me Love, the movie. 1987, You Can't Buy Me Love. Just like one becomes a nerd, the other one becomes a jock type of guy. We can have problems, and I'm just thinking, Smiley, do you want to go out? The problems, as you go through as a youth, the problems that we go through as kids, teenagers, and young people. The things we go through kids and teenagers. Outside, you want to come out? Just relaxing out here. Hey there, Laura Stevenson. Good to see you. The problems we go through as teenagers and kids and young people are our problems. That's the raw truth. Being a nerd in school is the raw truth. Being a nerd in school is the raw truth. But as you go into adulthood, you want to forget about being a nerd. And you become you cover it over with everything else. All the, insecurities, pain, that you feel. All the insecurities and pain that you feel in life, you cover it over with something else. You cover it over with lies, the truth about how you feel, the truth about how you feel about, I think when you're 13, 14 years old, you're about as honest as you can be when you're 13, You're honest when you're 13 years old. But when you get older, you start drinking, you develop other habits, vices. Leah Sugar Britches, good to see you. Good to see you in here. I'm here, but I'm going to listen. Okay, yeah, good. Okay. But yeah, I think that our real problems and the things we go through in life, we don't need to cover it over with every other kind of thing. You come up with habits, you come up with vices, you come up with psychological ideas and false personalities and, defense mechanisms or false personalities and all kinds of false stuff that you come up with to deal with it. But you're not living the raw truth, I think in our lives it's really painful, the things we remember in life. But we have to go back to that person. We have to go back to that kid, You have to go back to that kid. You have to be that kid and go back to that kid. You have to go back to the kid, be that kid again, and see the raw truth. It's hard for me to get things into words. But I guess you build up so many personas and so many things around, to escape yourself, to escape the past. You come up with so many alternate states in your life to escape the past, escape who you are, escape yourself, and escape the things you don't like about yourself. You do so many things to escape the things you don't like about yourself that you put on this whole shenanigan, you know, that don't exist, you know. This whole personality, this whole shenanigan that don't exist, you know, to build up this whole false life that you're living, you know, just to be able to not face the truth, you know. Yeah. We can't do that, you know. We can't do that. If anybody wants to hit me with a super chat, you can. It's up to you. You know, that's the whole point. Is, you know, we have to. I think when I was, if you're a kid wanting to fit in, but you have something against you, you know, you're poor, or maybe you're crippled, you know, you're a crippled kid. If you're a kid that's crippled, you're trying to fit in, and you can tell yourself, you know, in your adulthood, that all these other things, all these other identities. I'm a Republican. People don't like me because I'm a Republican. People don't like me because I'm a hillbilly. People don't like me for this and that. But the truth is, people don't like me because I'm crippled, you know? And in adulthood, you come up with these alternative lifestyles and alternative identities and everything alternative to run from the raw truth, you know? But the truth is, you know, if you're crippled, you got to face the fact that that's your obstacle in life, is being crippled, you know? Or physically challenged, you know? You have to face the truth that that's the one thing stopping you from fitting in with the world, you know? That's what it is, you know? You got to face the raw truth. The raw truth. That's what I believe, is the raw truth will set you free. You just got to, you can't, I mean, you can feel how you feel and do everything you want to do, but I guess the truth is you just can't, you know, you just need to stop running from it, you know? I mean, stop running from it. I mean, you don't have to like it, but you just, you know, stop running from it. I guess stop covering it up with all of these alternate states that you come up with. Things that pretend are true to completely block out the truth, you know? Things you come up with to do to feel like are true, but you do that to block out the truth. You know, you come up with all kinds of alternative ideas and ways, things that occupy your mind, but, you know, the truth is the truth. You know? Which I guess what you got to do in life is be grateful for what you do have, you know. If you're so focused on what you don't have, you know, you can't focus on what you do have. The truth comes out eventually. Better face it, open up and head on dip with it. I think so, Sugar Britches Hampson. Leah Sugar Britches Hampson. That's true. But also, just the truth is that, you know, what was I saying? Yeah, you can't run from yourself, you know. You know, you build up so many false pretenses, you know. You build up everything in the world on top of everything. And it's like a city built on top of another city. It's important that we just see it and deal with it, you know. It grieves through our processes that we go through in life. Grieve through the processes of life. There are things we go through in life, but we got to grieve through the grieving process. We have to grieve through the grieving process, you know. There are grieving processes to grieve the losses that we have. I could not be a doctor. I could not be a model on a magazine cover. I could not do that. I could not be an actor. They would never take me as an actor, you know. They could never take me as an actor. People like Cyrax. He said when they told him you're never going to make it in the music business because of the way you look, you know. That's the head-on truth, you know. You know, they're not going to take you in the music business because of the way you look, you know. But you're not weird, you know. Hey, Jeffrey. A dog, keeping a good friend. Oh, that's good, Jeffrey. I'm going to get back into all that stuff that you told me about. Yeah, I know that's true, you know. There's plenty of things I can do. Just be positive. Well, also, you know, being grateful for what you do have, you know. Maybe somebody's a small person, you know. But if somebody was a small person, yeah, thanks for the advice, you know, Jeffrey and Leah Bridges. You know, even though you may be a small person, be grateful you're not a person with dwarfism. Be glad you're not a person with dwarfism. Be glad you're not someone... If somebody has dwarfism, they can't drive, you know, sometimes. If someone has dwarfism, they can't drive. If sometimes people... Oh, thank you, Coachism. Yeah, no, I'm just getting on here talking because I get things on my mind, and I used to write things down in a diary, you know? But I just think that I can just verbalize it, you know? Verbalize what you say, you know? Verbalize your feelings and thoughts. I think that's what it's all about, you know? You know? Verbalize your thoughts. Verbalize how you feel, you know? Be honest. I think when we get on and we talk about our lives, that's what YouTube is about, you know? Just, you know, broadcast yourself. And that's what it's really about, broadcasting yourself. It's hard for me to get things into words, to be perfectly honest. Mandy, good to see you. Laura Stevenson's live, good to see you too. So, basically, it's hard to, I don't know, it's hard for me to put it into words. You know, I can just look back and look at these movies. Movies made in the 80s. Movies that were made when I was in junior high, you know. You know, movies that were made when I was in junior high. Movies that were made in 1986, 1987, 1988. Huey Lewis and the News, you know. Something about the way I was back then is so much better than the way I am today, you know. You know, I had a fresh, optimistic view on the world, you know. Hey, Tasha, how are you? Good to see you in here. You know, I had so much more optimism, but I had more of a healthy, optimistic view, you know, when I was 13, 12, you know. It's a better way of thinking, you know. I think we have to kind of forget all the crap we've believed in our lives and try to go back to being, you know, kids again. We got to go back to that childlike view of the world. We got to go back to that 13-year-old view of the world. 13 years old, you know. We got to try to be that person again. Going to a movie theater. Seeing a movie. Being inspired by this movie, you know. Be inspired by a movie. Back when you could see a movie and cry or be inspired by the movie. Yeah. Just try to, yeah. We just have to try to get back into that mentality, you know. Try to, I think, you know, our lives become like an onion, you know. It's like the layers on an onion. If you build so many layers up on you like an onion, you build up all these layers, your soul can't breathe, you know? Because you built all these layers up on yourself. Tasha Teeling ain't playing games. Hey, Tasha, good to see you. Hey, Laura and Mandy. So now, yeah. Hello, beautiful. Hey, Tasha, how are you? Good dog. I'm glad you got the job. I ain't kidding. Tasha says, ain't playing games. Well, you got a wrench, Tasha. You got a wrench. If there's any trolls in here, you can always just block them, get rid of them. Okay. So anyway, just try to be able to get back to the, find a way to get to your honest self. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, that's cool. I don't know. I'm good. Leah and Nick. Oh, that's cool, Jeffrey. All right, cool. I don't know. Anyway, it's a good thing. Just try to be honest in our minds. I think our minds become like the layers of an onion, you know? Our lives become an onion. It's the layers on an onion. Hey there, Miles Long. Good to see you. Joni is a chill stream. Tasha, you know exactly who you are. You know exactly who you are. Okay. Oh. I hope everything's okay. Well, Tasha, if there's anybody in here, you know, that's doing whatever they're doing, yeah, just, you know, or send me an email, JoniCheryl74@gmail.com. JoniCheryl74@gmail.com. Anyway, so yeah, so that's just basically it. Just trying to focus on. I just saw that thing about that movie, 1987, you know. 1987, You Can't Buy Me Love, the movie, you know. You know, those movies are good movies, you know. Yeah, cool, good to see everybody. Yeah, just doing some dishes right now, honestly. It's starting to rain outside, I'm just doing some dishes. Yeah. Yeah, I have layers on myself like an onion. And I just think that, you know, in my life, you know, I've just deceived myself a lot, you know. I've deceived myself a lot, you know. Coach exploits people. I want no part. Okay. Coach exploits people. Sorry. Coach, Tasha, you can... I had to get rid of him. Sorry. Had to get rid of him. There we go. Anyway. So, that's it. And, anyway. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, anyway. So, anyway. I hope everything's going on for everybody. Well, for everybody. Going on well for everyone. Doggone it. Good. Oh, shoot. I got the close-up going. Woo! I don't need that close-up going. Dang it. Phone. Crazy phone. Thing is, you get the screen wet, it just goes crazy. Crazy phone is going absolutely nuts. Yeah. I don't know what this phone is doing. Okay. Unban. wait. Mandy. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. Anyway. Anyway, guys, good to see all of you. I know, just still, yeah, anyway. I just, just felt like for right now, that was the best thing for right now. Tasha has me as a model channel, and hey, P2E, how are you doing? Nicholas Stuff. Yeah, I just, it's just that Tasha has me a mod on her channel and stuff like that, too, and, she's, what she said, so I just think that that's right now, it's the best thing to do, honestly. Whatever's, just like anybody else, so. Yeah. But anyway, just let things be. We don't have to take sides, We don't all have to take sides. I just did what I felt was the best at the moment. Turncoat, yeah. I know. Yeah, right now I think I did the best thing right now. The best thing right now. I mean, it's just like people make videos about other people and parodies about people and stuff like that, and somebody's upset by, well, I mean, people that make parodies about people and stuff, that it just, and things like that upsets people sometimes. Personally, it's just, yeah. So anyway, that's, I just did what I felt like was right at the time. So I've got a lot of dishes to do here. And my toilet was stopped up for a week, guys. It was stopped up for a week. Yeah, so anyway. Our toilet here was stopped up for a whole week. I got this stuff in a big bottle. Okay, I want to show you what I bought. This right here, $10.89 or something at Walmart. Instant Power Mainline Cleaner. Instant Power Mainline Cleaner. If you've got a drain that's stopped up, I poured that down the sink, down the commode, and it's unstopped it completely. Okay, awesome, Tasha. Good, awesome. I'm happy, Tasha. I'm glad. So there. Okay, I guess you just have to decide, in life, You have to decide what side you're on, what side you're going to be on, I mean, if you have to take a side, take one, You have to do, in life, sometimes you can't halt between two opinions. Sometimes you have to, sometimes you have to go one way or another. Sometimes, and that's just what has to be done. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad everybody's in here. So I just had a lot of trouble with my... Yes, you bring the best people, that's the truth. Honest people, real people. Okay. Yeah, Laura Stevenson's life. We've been using the porta potty in here. And because our septic tank, our commode has been stopped up for a week. And so there's our commode. It's unstopped now. So it's actually completely unstopped. I put that stuff down that commode and it fixed it. Oh, Joni and Laura too. Best people. Exactly. Tasha and all the good people, the real folks in here. We talk about on our channels, we talk about our own lives, We talk about real stuff that's going on in life. We talk about real stuff. We don't have channels that just, that just build their whole channels off of talking about, other people and what they're doing. We have our own lives to live. Living real life and real people, I mean, that's what YouTube, we have to, it's broadcast yourself, broadcast your life, Oh, Jeffrey, my truck, what I'd like to do right now is get a little bit of work going, make a little money. I want my truck to look a little more presentable. You saw it today on the video. It's just, I mean, the way it looks, it needs some kind of a cheap paint job, It needs a good cheap paint job. I just need to get that $15 paint kit, that $15 paint gun. That's what I really need is that $15 paint gun. And I need to get the $15 paint gun and I need to buy some paint in the $15 paint gun and just spray it. Spray it white or whatever color I can get, I just want it to look presentable out on the road. I want the rig to be one color, Hello, Fitz-A-Me, yeah. Yeah, really, I understand, Tasha. I understand exactly. Yeah, that's no joking matter, That's no joking matter. Police brutality and conspiracies to, I mean, my family tried to Baker Act me when I was 22 years old, So, I mean, it's scary as hell, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's completely scary as hell. If somebody, I mean, I ended up in the back seat of a police car. I ended up in the back seat of a police car when I was 22. And why? For being transgender. Dressing like a girl, and my family wanted me put in a mental hospital because they would embarrass the family or cause something to happen to me, being out on the streets looking like a girl, looking gay or whatever I was doing, So my family tried to Baker Act me when I was 22 years old. Exactly. It's scary, Scary. It was scary for me. It was like the scariest thing I've ever been through. In the back seat of a police car. But yeah, that's just my story, my experience, What happened to me. It's not anybody else's experience. It's just my experience in my life, Oh, okay. Anyway. But that's basically it. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the truth. Nothing wrong with being open, telling the truth. Yeah. You know, even the Bible says. Yeah, exactly. The kisses of an enemy are deceitful. The kisses of an enemy are deceitful, but the true and faithful are the wounds of a friend. You know? Something like that. True and faithful are the wounds of a friend. You know. A rebuke, you know, that is a wise man. A wise man will take a rebuke, but a fool, you can't tell a fool anything. That's the point. That was just something that I had on my mind, you know. That's just something that came on my mind. I just thought it was interesting. Anyway, so yeah, broadcast ourselves. Total pain parlayed into comedy. Exactly. Yeah, it's never cool. Never cool. Yeah, just these dishes. I'm so glad that my dish drainer is fixed, man. Just a $10 bottle of goo that I bought. It's milk. Looks like milk. I ain't scared of these rejects. Yeah. Fetsmania. Fetsmania, it's something that Coachism did on his channel. It's something that Coachism did on his channel. I mean, he's been taking people's lives and making comedy out of it. But anyway. It's like a country song, you know? There's this country song. I mean, one thing I like is this country song. I forgot who sang this song. When I was in high school, this song was popular. It's Aaron Tippin. This singer is named Aaron Tippin. And the song says, "You've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything." Mm-hmm. You just can't go along with the flow of YouTube, you know? You can't always just go along with the flow of YouTube and what everybody does on YouTube. You can't just go with the flow. Sometimes you have to make your decisions, stand up for what you believe or want, you know, in life. You know, you got to stand, you know, if you're gone, you know, you've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You've got to be your own man, not a puppet on a string. Never compromise or trust and oppose your family name. You've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Now that song, a country song, when I was in high school, it's just like the kids driving by, you know. A snake life. Good morning, boy. Snake life, yeah. Yeah. You've got to be your own man, not a puppet on a string. Never compromise or try and oppose your family name. You've got to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. You've got to stand for You'll fall for anything. Yeah, learn that each day. Yeah, you've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You've got to be alone. No compromise and the police are calling. You've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You've got to be your own man. Gotta put it on. You've got to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. You've got to stand for something, you'll fall for anything. There's everybody saying, you say you've got to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. You've got to be your own man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a pretty good song, you know? It was a pretty good song back then. Does anybody else remember that song? Yeah. That song? Exactly, it was pretty good. You gotta make your own decisions, I guess, in life, you know? People, we have to make our own decisions. We have to decide what we believe in. We gotta be our own man. You know, not a puppet on a string. We can't be a puppet on a string. We gotta be our own man. Be our own person. That's exactly it. We gotta be our own person. Can't be sheep. Can't be sheep. You gotta stand for something or you fall for anything. You have to stand for something. That's what's important. Exactly. If you don't stand for nothing, you know. If you don't stand for nothing, you're nobody. If you don't stand for nothing at all. You know, there's a lot of people on YouTube that just go along with the flow of everything everybody does, you know, all the time. Just go along with everything, you know. And I don't want to be that person, you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the point, you know. That's the point of being on YouTube. I mean, you're not going to ever have any of me being on YouTube. You know, I could do what it takes to make people want to watch me, but, you know, if I'm just going with the flow of what everybody else, you know. I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down right now. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Like, share, subscribe, join the revolution. And I will catch you where the sun don't shine. If anybody, Tasha, or anybody else wants to go live, I'll be in there to watch you guys. Thanks, Tasha, for coming. Yeah. And I guess I'll see you guys later. And all you other good people and clowns and all you people, I'll see you somewhere on the Boit.